Hey ladies and gentlemen, Casual Crono here. What better way to spend a Friday night hiding from your kids than playing Another Eden and the Final Fantasy IX crossover? And that's a lie. My daughter had her first junior high dance tonight, so we dropped her off there, and then I took my wife and my son out to an Asian restaurant for dinner, and so we were happy, got some family time in, daughter had a good time. Now we're home, wife is asleep, I'm playing games. So, we left off with Chapter 3, Life and Death, from the Another Eden and Final Fantasy IX crossover. The only requirements are just to have cleared Chapter 2. As always, we're going to do this in Master difficulty. The team I'm going to use is my Verdanta-led water team. I tried it out in Chapter 2, but I never ended up fighting anything dangerous, so I really haven't tested this team out yet. I'm not saying this is the best water team, but this is just what I'm kind of playing around with right now. Iifa, Elpis, Dryads, a plus 50 int badge. I don't have any pain setter, so I'm trying going back to the old school elemental styles where it's like water type attacks. So we have Power of Rapids and Power of Current equipped, and Weak Point Strike. Verdanta, Elpis, Dryads, Power Badge, high as I can go. See a little trend there. In her case, I have Power of Torrent, which not only is 40% to water type attacks, but also a little extra boost when she's at max health. And Power of the Deluger, water type attacks, and it absorbs inflicted damage, so it's a way to keep her at max health. And then I threw in a Bullseye. And she has Weak Point Strike as well. She and Dunnerith both are equipped with the Fated Star proofs, so they do provide 5 to all stats and a little bit of health and MP. So if you don't have a character's Grasta, you could just equip them with a Fated Star proof. Elseal, support character. This is her normal style. And since she is support, I don't bother trying to improve her damage. She's not doing that much anyway, so instead I try to make her survive whatever, usually in the form of health. So she has the illusion speed with hit points, Blue Heaven's bracelet with a bunch of defense, Galaxy badge, health, and improves the combo rate. And then Enhance if Max HP Water, Power of Offense Water, and Sound Body Sword. And then we have Dunnerith Altar, and he has the Purity Staff, which I believe I upgraded, from the Wandering Blacksmith a little bit. Lustrous Ring, because he needs luck, part of his Critical Guard kit. He doesn't have much health, so I gave him a 2000 HP badge. Some people build him with luck instead to try and get that luck stat as high as possible. And then he has Power of Rebirth, HP Restore, both of which with extra health. And then he is a spicy lover. So I have that equipped because Verdanta is a spicy lover. So he is buffing Verdanta's damage a little bit. For the back row, I have Aldo and Fine, mainly because they have over 200 light or shadow, so they can hold 4 Grasta. So Aldo is holding the sword Grasta, Power of Rapids, to enhance if max HPs, and he has Resonant Power Shadow, which improves damage per shadow ally. I'm not quite sure how much it is per character. If there's 6 characters, it's basically 5% each, or if it just looks at the front line, maybe it's like 7.5%, whatever. But he is providing some damage to everyone, because Fine and Dunnerith are shadow users. And that brings us to Fine. Since we have Iifa, who's a staff user, she has Enhance F Max HP staves, Power of Rapid Staff, and Resonant Power Light. And that one does count the front and back line, max of 30. And on this team of 6, 4 of them are light allies. So Resonant Power Light is providing more damage boost than Resonant Power Shadow. If you only have 3 slots, I would probably get rid of Enhance if Max HP Staff, so only one of those. Aldo, I'd probably get rid of Resonant Power Shadow. It's not providing that much overall damage boosts to everyone. Sidekicks, we have Tetra and Moke. Normally I run Tetra and Gunts, but Moke, the second we hit a weak point, all party members' critical damage for the rest of the fight improves by 30%. And this team, because of Verdanta, we are guaranteed to hit weak points on turn 1. So I figured that kind of overpowers Gunts' 20% stats boost, but I don't know, haven't run the math. That's just kind of what I'm running with right now. So that is the team, and let's go ahead, go to the story, wait for a while. Does that wait for all of you too? Seems like it takes a long time. Anyway, Symphony, Memories of Another Sky. Chapter 3, Life and Death? Life and Death, yes. Master difficulty. We're going to check this box, that way it pops up on the mini-map where you have to go. And looks like we're going to start off in, is that pronounced Enard? Enard? We're going to go with Enard. And we're going to run over to the quest marker. And let's get chapter 3 started. Or not. There we go. Or not. Alright, there. Okay, there. Chapter 3, Life and Death. Start quest. If you are new to my walkthroughs, I tend to edit out these cutscenes. You're going to see them anyway when you're playing, and it does basically kind of hide at least a few spoilers, though my walkthroughs are definitely not spoiler free. Alright, all the mages are scared, and I think we're going to maybe find out why. Quest accepted. Alright, so basically everyone ran off, and we have a required active time event. Alright. And we can travel to the Black Mage Village on the map. Alright, Gaia. Black Mage Village. Yep. Alright, whenever I am in a new area, first thing I do is try to explore as much as possible. In the description of this video, I try to have like the chapter points, you know, the next step in the quest chain. I usually have most, if not all of them, in the description, so you can go ahead and jump ahead to whatever part of the video you might want. Magrio. That is not who I have a letter for. So anyway, if you don't want to see me exploring, feel free to skip ahead to the parts that do interest you. Alright, so this is the graveyard. And looks like that's the next step in the quest. I'm kind of digging the music. It's been so long since I played Final Fantasy IX, I don't know if this is music straight from it or if it's a remix. But it's the Chocobo Forest. Alright, that's fine. I don't really want your egg. Or maybe I do if it's something really valuable. Alright. It looks like there's 2 entrances. So can I go this way? Yes, I can. Okay. So here's the inn. Nothing here yet, anyway. Alright, well, I guess that's all the exploring we can do. Let's go back to the graveyard and see what pops up next. Alright, optional active time. Ooh, multiple ones. Alright, Dagger and that egg. Alright, Dagger first. Okay, so they're in the inn. Alright, some of course have a deep distrust. I want to pause for a brief second. I'm not sure if it's the shadowing or what. This particular image, she kind of looks sickly to me. I've been thinking that like the past 2 chapters as well. Every time I see this, it's like, is she turned into a vampire or something? But it's just that frame. All the other ones look great. I know it's more of a worried expression, but see, she looks fine there. No vampire. No, Dagger's gonna learn how to beat up others. Alright. And the other one is Royo and the egg. Is that how it's pronounced? Royo? Aw, Uncle Royo. So what's his deal, I wonder? I was gonna say, if you say so. He's really got this tough guy act going. Alright, that takes care of the active time events. We've checked out the village. Let's go ahead and go to the next quest marker then. course, Aldo would keep looking around. So let's look around the village, which we just kind of did. Unless there's a new path, I think we'll just go straight to the next quest marker. Alright. Alright, following that discussion, back to the inn. Next. Alright, looks like we are hunting down a tree. A great tree. Alright. Alright, those of you that played this game the first week know that the chocobo riding did cause a lot of crashes. I recently updated to the 0.51 update that supposedly has fixed it. Now, I've not crashed yet, so it may not affect me. I do play on an emulator instead of on a phone, so I have all the resources my computer has. But I guess just in case, there is the possibility that at any point riding the chocobo, I or you will crash. Just because it was supposedly fixed does not mean it was fixed. We all know how that goes. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to uncover what I can of the continent. Is that like a floating rock over there? Might just be the graphics clipping. I'm looking over there by the map. Alright, let's see. There's a treasure chest. Maybe we can go around. Maybe not. Oh. The bomb that I found in the first world ran away if I tried to fight it. So I'm not really sure what the overworld monsters are for yet. I haven't really read much about this stuff on the Another Eden wiki. Mogmat. Okay, I'm looking for Atla. So I'm not quite sure what's coming up. Looks like that's about all I can explore though. For now. Let's go ahead and go to wherever this is. Maybe a path to the tree. I have control. So we are making our way to the great tree. Whenever I'm at a new location, I will explore it as thoroughly as I can. I'm looking for treasure chests, I'm looking for invisible passages, just anything that I can find. So again, if you want to skip my exploration, feel free to jump ahead in the video wherever you want. Kind of expected to get into a fight, but nothing. Path to the great tree. Still no random encounters. Okay, well, I think we've explored everything we're going to explore. Let's go to the next step. The next step is to go after Dagger. So moving, I'm assuming, to the next area. Oh, the next overworld. Alright, well, looks like that's where we're headed, so let's quickly run around and uncover a little more of the map. And we get a treasure chest for our trouble with 400 jewels, which is enough for some more rewards, apparently. Alright, I guess I can't jump or anything. Well, it doesn't look like... Oh! Might have spoken too soon. I was going to say, it doesn't look like there's too much here. Alright. I guess I'm standing by that thought. It looks like that's about it, so... Alright, so just one treasure chest with some jewels, and that's all there is. So let's go to the tree. And another scene. Alright, following Happy Dagger, proceed through the Iifa Tree? Is that how that's pronounced? I-I-F-A. I would assume Iifa? Oh, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, let's... Oh, looks like we got some puzzles coming our way. I was thinking this was a little too easy. And a horror. Alright, we're going to explore and figure this stuff out. Hopefully. And probably fight some things too. Alright, what's going on here? This is a dead end. And there's little bulb-looking things. And that's a dead end. And there's enemies trying to kill me.
Nice weapons you got there.
Alright. Sprinting Raid is Verdanta's preemptive attack. Very, very powerful if used in the first 3 turns of battle. So, the other characters have like follow-up attacks that aren't preemptive. Glint Purge, increase weak point damage, and Rage. But ideally, if Verdanta does what she does best, which is destroy things, one sprinting raid should wipe them out, particularly in an awakened water zone.
Shall we eat? Of course, your treat.
So that's kind of the logic of the setup. Now the horror might have HP stoppers, barriers, other things. So let's find out. No status things. Alright, so we have it set to repeat, so we'll just go ahead and repeat it. Alright, well, Verdanta can knock out the horror in one hit. Alright, there is a treasure chest with more scrolls. So if you're a newer player doing this, there's a way to level up your characters pretty quickly. And I guess the only way to go is down.
Nice weapons you got there.
Oh, a zombie. And it's been too long. I wonder if those enemies are from Final Fantasy
A
IX.
well-fought battle. Wert thou
Phoenix
a twig?
Pinion? Okay. Oh, this place is getting bigger and bigger. Alright. What's this? Alright, you open up the flower, and the path over there opens as well. But before we explore it, we'll check out what's south.
Life trembles from fearful hearts.
Shall we eat? Of course, your treat.
Alright, another treasure chest with 5 prayer scripts. For a new player, that's kind of nice. For us veterans, we want chant scripts, but This content is accessible to everyone. Alright, so there is the ground level map. I don't know if we're already through the tree. The ground level implies to me that there's more levels. Canopy level. And more bulbs. And there's one of those flowers. And I see a treasure chest back there as well. I will say one thing I miss. In the Final Fantasy series, you could often target the enemies with things like cure potions or revives. So the undead creatures... Oh, is this... Okay, nothing's happening. So the undead creatures, if you healed them, they would be defeated. Oh, I can't go back. So it starts rearranging things. So it'd be kind of cool for like one of the healing characters to heal the enemies and watch them die. That was a great trick. I know in Final Fantasy VI, you could use a Phoenix down on some undead bosses, and it would actually defeat the boss, like the that Phantom Train, or whatever the train's name was. Doom Train? Kind of sounds right. High class scrolls. All you had to do was Phoenix down it, and you won that fight instantly. Okay, so... Alright, so it looks like we can modify where the roots are. This is a dead end. Yep, okay. So that's the way to the horror. Let's go ahead and knock it out.
A roar does not a bite.
For Verdanta, it wasn't any more difficult than the trash mobs.
I cannot lose, after all.
Which, as a casual player, I like having things that easy. Alright, this is looping us back to where we saw that first flower. Alright. So it looks like the path might be clear to that treasure chest. Does that mean we have to go all the way back the way we came, or can we just walk around here? Let's find out. If you're relatively... Oh, nope. Alright. Let's see if we can walk all the way back for that treasure chest. For the new people to another Eden, having a 0 MP consumption character that can one-hit kill things, like Verdanta, is like a mind-blowing change for the game. We might not be able to go back. Nope. I wonder if we leave and come back if it resets everything. Let's find out. Anyway, Verdanta's not the only one that can do stuff like that. Cesta, of course, can. Flammopolis and Subami AS were the first characters that I had that had anything like that. And it was a very definite game changer. And Felmina ES, and there's a whole bunch of others. Alright, looks like we were able to reset everything? Maybe? No, we didn't. Alright. Let's go ahead and put things back the way they were. And let's see about getting to there.
Any requests?
So if you ever pull any one of those characters and you're a relatively new player, congratulations, you've made the game much, much easier. And there there is a complete list of those characters, or at least mostly complete, on the Another Eden wiki. I forget what you had to search for to find it. Might be under the characters section, or you might have to type like 0MP or something like that. Alright. Alright, so the treasure chest. There we go. Okay. So if I just... Oh, 700 gil. Boy, I'm glad I came all the way back for that. Alright, so if you just skip the flower, the first one that you encounter, and grab the chest, then you can run back, click on the flower, and then continue doing what I did, and save yourself a lot of time.
I will show you how we fight in the north.
Alright, you show us how we fight in the north. While you're at it, show us the north. Let's have a new continent to explore. That would be awesome.
Twig.
I played a lot of Skyrim too, and as often as Elder Scrolls Skyrim was re-released, put on Alexa, everywhere. That's what we need. We need a Skyrim, Another Eden crossover in the frigid north. Because actually none of us are waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, come on. Alright, this should take us to the elevator area. Is there another floor? There is another floor, middle level, with no tricks, like no flowers to click on.
Victory!
I thunder.
Seems a little too straightforward.
Still not out there?
Alright, there's a treasure chest. Speed badge. There are a few characters, just in case newer people are playing. Wind and Katana. When you're looking at character skills, pay very close attention to how you actually improve their damage. So you would think a katana user would need power. Well, there are a few katana users like Melissa here, and it says strength based on user's speed. So a speed badge is what you would equip on Melissa if you wanted to improve her damage. And there are other weird situations like that. Not sort. Crystal and bow. Alma, if you have either her normal style or her AS, she does magic damage, so you would think, oh, she needs intellect. Oh look, strength based on user's power. So if you want to improve Alma's damage, you want to give her power, not intellect. Same with her normal style. So, yeah, just a little tip for you if you're a newer player playing this game. Pay attention to the source of your damage. 90% of it is, if you're a magic user, it's intellect, and if you are a physical damage dealer, it's going to be power. But there are some exceptions. And there's a treasure chest with 500 gil. And a dead end. Alright, zombie. That's a different horror.
A roar does not
Ghastly
invite
cadaver. Alright, let's
This ends.
see if Verdanta Verdance. And she does. Okay. So far this map has seemed pretty straightforward. Let's see what's in this last treasure chest. More gil. Exactly what I needed. Alright, middle level, that is your map. Pretty straightforward. With speed badge and some gil up there. And some enemies
To
blocking my way.
victory.
I thunder and banish shadows. Life is not ours to keep.
Alright. Lower level. Up, back to the flowers. Looks like there's only 2 though. And some wind. And a treasure chest. And a path south. Okay. And another treasure chest.
Nice weapons you got there. Next on my route is...
Alright, more scrolls. So newer players can beef up maybe the collab characters. Alright. Still don't know what's going on with the wind, but at least we can walk this way.
To victory.
I thunder.
If you skipped the gearing at the start of this video, if you're wondering why Verdanta gets healed for such ridiculous amounts, it's because of... this Grasta. It absorbs inflicted damage. It only absorbs 1% of the damage, but she is so frickin' powerful that is still, obviously, a tremendous amount of healing going on. Oh, look, there's a Moogle. And, oh, automatic scene. Alright, that did not appear to be a step in the quest, it was just a little scene. So let's continue on our merry way. Oh. So instead of a flower, it's just a different colored flower. Alright, what's over here? More scrolls for leveling. I see another horror down there. Sorry, I was just thinking if
This isn't part of
clicking
my
that
route.
flower opened up any paths from the previous section.
This ends here.
Life is not ours to keep.
Alright, seems like a dead end. Murmur scripts. I tell you, new players now, those murmur scripts, after a while, let's see where I can find memoirs, right? You're eventually going to have a lot of them. Chants are still pretty rare. Yeah, 54 looks like a lot, but I could probably blow through about 200 and still not fully upgrade all my characters.
Toss a little coin my way.
But the
okay?
others, I will never run out of murmur or prayer scripts.
I cannot lose, after all.
So if you think they're hard to get now, it does get easier, I promise. Okay, let's... Mochi, which is not the one I have a letter for. Alright, next area. The deep level. Oh, and a scene with a zombie. Following the scene and the active time event, descend the tree. Oh, this one looks like a larger map. Alright, let's start uncovering it. Oops, maybe I should have clicked on that. Let's put it back first.
Keep thy distance.
We fight as one.
Life is not ours to keep.
You know, I was kind of hoping to test this water team out on a challenging fight. Oh, what do we got here? Int badge. But so far, Chapter 2 did not have any boss fights at all, and we still haven't run into anything here in Chapter 3. So this is basically just Verdanta running around beating up things. Which, I mean, good for her, but doesn't really give me any idea if this team is good or not. Oh, wait. Alright. Alright, so initially, clicking on that plant didn't really open up anything here.
Did mine actions have meaning?
That was there already. And nothing that way, so what was the point of that plant? Oh well. Alright, up here. Dead end. And dead end. Alright, so let's check out. Can I go anywhere here? It's not looking likely.
Any requests?
I can ride you right back where I was. Seems kind of pointless. Alright. Unless, yep, a path opens up there, and now I can get to it, because this is here. Okay, so that's how we're going to have to play this game. Okay, I can run into that one. There's a little clicky thing. I see a chest way back there in the distance as well.
Life is not ours to keep.
Oh, something somewhere moved. I do see a way to that chest now. So let's go ahead and maybe two ways to it. Ooh, and ways to multiple chests. Okay. Luck badge. Which for you new players,
Life
luck
trembles from fearful hearts.
adds to the chance of a critical hit. Not a huge amount, but some. And then there are a few characters in the game. Alright, let's not take you yet. There are a few characters in the game. I'm actually walking around with one. If you click on their ability tab and scroll down, if you see the words critical guard, that means that that person will basically take reduced damage based on 2 numbers. Equipment. Their physical critical rate, so in his case, 15% of the time, that critical guard will use a calculation with luck and reduce his damage, the damage he takes, by a certain percent. It's up to 75%. If you can reach 500 luck, that means 15% of the time, he will reduce all damage to him by 75%. Of course, for physical critical rate, the simplest thing to do is find an item that gives you a 100% critical rate. Now, it does have to be physical critical rate, so this is not going to help him, but he's, I think, the only magic user that has critical guard. Most of the other characters that do, have like a sword or a lance or something, so for them it's really easy to get that rate. But if you can get an item that gives 100% critical rate, that means 100% of the time they will take reduced damage based on their luck. So that is the other major use of luck in the game currently.
Finally a challenge.
There aren't that many critical guard tanks. I can think of maybe 4 or 5 people that use critical guard. There is one character that actually has a buff that gives critical guard to everyone for a couple of turns. That would be Seti. Judo uniform. Okay. So some gear for one of the characters. So anyway, critical guard is not super helpful yet, or super common yet. But for the characters that do have it, it does make them extremely hard to kill if you gear them correctly. Alright. Judo outfit. Hit points 500, power, endurance, and spirit. Boost. Okay. Obviously I've been kind of neglecting their Final Fantasy IX kind of gearing system. Alright, let's see. I think we explored everything. So let's head back this way. Take that flower down here. And see if we can't make our way to the next step in the quest. Maybe it's a boss we can finally fight. Oops, I didn't switch back. Oh, this is not going to be good. I'm about to fight level 110 enemies with this team. Oh, that's... Oh, I'm totally going to wipe here. Okay. All enemies. Let's do it. Oh yeah, look at that damage. Oh, my poor team. Wow. Steiner did not take any damage. Wonder how likely I can run. Nope. But they're not... This is master difficulty. I mean, he's level 80, sure, but... Huh. Well, I had read that Steiner was actually a pretty capable tank, so... Yeah, his stats don't look really impressive. Well, he wasn't even equipped with anything. Interesting. I'll have to explore that more later. Okay, before we make that mistake again... Water team. Alright, more Verdanta, please. Can we get to that quest area? Okay, we need that to go here.
Rest in peace!
Life is not ours to keep.
Did that help at all? No. Oh, there's a green area
Nice
over there. Was
weapons you
that
got
always
there.
there?
Next on my route is...
Kinda looks like it. So we need to leave that up to allow that access. Oh, looks like maybe we can go around. Nope. Well, darn. Well, let's go back, maybe?
A well-fought battle.
Alright. Did that open up? Yes, maybe. So the question is, how do we get there? Not that way. Alright. That probably slides down there.
Your voice,
We could walk that way.
my heart.
Did that slide that way? I can't remember where we left the flower.
If it is a fight you want, then I will serve death.
Shall we eat? Of course, your treat.
Nope, that flower. And that moves the roots. Darn. Okay. So let's think. This needs to stay like that. So we have a way to access this. So then we need to trigger that connection.
Just a piece of what we
And I
call
forget
man.
which of the flowers did that. Was it you?
To victory!
We'll find out in just a minute.
Thunder and banish shadow.
Die!
Shall we eat? Of course, your treat.
Yes, alright, that fulfilled that. But I think we lost our path there. So that... Can we put that back? Alright. So that didn't fully work. Wasn't there a flower down here? Just blocked that. Is there a flower up north that... Alright, it's still open.
Ye shall fall with haste.
Next on my route is...
No flowers this way. No flowers this way.
Your voice. My heart.
Let's trigger you.
To victory!
I thunder and banish shadow.
A well-fought battle.
Wert thou a twig?
Alright, did I miss a flower up here?
Toss a little coin my way, okay?
Toss a coin to your witcher. Sorry, I was listening to what Dunrith was saying. I don't know if I've really ever paid that close of attention. Alright, can we slide back maybe? This might have worked. Alright, I don't really know why that didn't seem to appear before. Alright, so there's our... So pro tip, right before a quest marker, if there is a way to go back to the beginning of the entrance of the whole place, it usually means we're about to fight some type of nasty boss. Is there a chest or something down here? There is a chest right there.
Keep thy distance.
We fight as one. Die!
Alright. And that's how we get that chest, ladies and gentlemen. And we got a healing rod for our trouble. I'm assuming that is special ability. Oh, no, I guess it wouldn't be, because you don't equip. Yeah. Is there a healing rod in here somewhere? Aha. It is limited to Dagger. Restore skill effect, nice. MP consumption, nice. Speed, nice. And 205. Okay. I'll give Dagger the healing rod. And before we move, switch back to Water Team. Okay. I'm assuming there's about to be a fight. Oh, I didn't get a little pop-up message. Let's see what's going on.
If it is a fight you
There
want,
is a
then I
fight,
will
but it's
serve
just some
death.
zombies.
Rest in peace!
Sorry, gotta go sharpen my swords.
And fight number 2.
Shall we eat? Of course, your treat.
Alright. Investigate the roots. So are the roots creating all this mist? Maybe? Aha, major trial. Figured to be one of these. Shall we proceed? Yes, we shall. Alright, master difficulty Soulcage. Hopefully, being a plant, it's not absorbing water. Well, it says weak. Looks like it has a counterattack, too. Counters when hit by a fire-type attack. Not a problem. And that's all it says. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to use turn 1. I think we're going to go ahead and blow the AF gauge. We're going to glint purge, which will reduce water resistance. We'll just do a frost blossoms because we're in the AF burst, so why not? Will improve water type attack, increase damage against weak points, and he will improve his type resistance, apply rage, and counterattack. Then we will do the 2s, which buffs water attacks, buffs Verdanta, buffs the whole party, and gives a shield. And if there's any time left, we will use the 1s. So 3s, 2s, 1s. 3, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2. Oh, ran out of time. It does have rage on it, but it attacked someone other than him. Okay, well. Finish Draco. We'll do a blue ice flare. Leer Tizona. And however you pronounce that. Alright, finish Draco is a water type since it's in a water zone. Blue ice flare. There's 1 attack. 2 attacks. Did we hit an HP stopper? Yes, we did. Level 5 death. That doesn't sound good. That was a very odd number. Weird. Okay. Turn 3. Go ahead and blue ice flare again. Finish Draco again. And Leer Tizona again.
Enough.
Hopefully no more HP stoppers. And there aren't. Okay, well, water team did pretty well, all in all. Yeah, we lost the tank, but it's level 5 death, people. You're gonna lose someone. Hey, check that out. Vivi is now a 5-star black mage. That means we can level him up to 80 now. And we are going after Kuja. Alright, so Vivi. So we now have his black mage board. So let's go ahead and level him up. Yes, I'm weird. I try to be efficient. Ability. And what 2 skills do we get? Blizzaga. It hits once, but it reduces water resistance. And strength increased on weak point, so actually he wouldn't be too bad on my current water team because we're always trying to make a weak point. If you don't have Iifa, for example, or Verdanta, that skill could be good. Alright. And then Fireaga. Or Firaga, however you pronounce it. I've always said Fireaga. Looking at it now, I'm not so sure that's right. Anyway, reduces fire resistance, so it's basically the same. Yep, 50% times 10, 50% times 10, so MP is even the same. Alright, so we got big fire attack, big water attack. So if I was doing this, so it's pretty much the same as Thundaga. So you could actually have him equipped with all 3 if you really wanted to. Not that there's usually too many situations where you want 3 different elements. But who cares, we're having fun. Water team, check. Alright, right back into the tree. At least we don't have to go that far. Oh, it's the elevator. Okay, maybe we are going that far. Oh, okay, that worked.
Nice
Alright, we have
weapons
a
you got
fight,
there.
but looks like the same creatures we've been fighting. So, should not be a big deal.
Some food and drink. Take me from the brink.
Back to the scene, I would guess. Alright, I have control. And Royo's Dilemma is an optional active time event. Let's see what's going on in his world. Looks like he's taking a page from Vivi's book. Alright. Alright, we're back in Alexandria Castle Town. We've already explored this, so we'll just follow the quest markers. I don't think we were able to go north before, were we? Ah, okay. Sure. Oh, okay, so this is where that leads. We've been here. Did I go the right way? Oh, you have to click the icon there. Alright. Headed up to the Queen's Chambers. I see that we have the end quest symbols, so this will be the last step in Chapter 3. Alright, let's see what there is to see and prepare for Chapter 4. In a moment. in another moment. There we go. Oh, that was just a click on the way to the event. I was kicking back, I was starting to drink my Mountain Dew, ready to watch the scene, and I'm like, oh, I have to keep walking. Oh, and there's a treasure chest. So if you bypass, we get 15 prayer scripts. Not bad for a newer player. That's pretty much half of a 5-star. Okay. Now? Probably. Ooh, cliffhanger. Quest complete. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was Chapter 3, Life and Death. We got a few stones for our trouble. And sounds like we got an interesting story to hear. But that will be for Chapter 4. Alright, overall, brief impressions. Oh, let's get some... because we got past 750. Alright, 20 more stones for that. Thank you very much to those of you who took my friend invite. Several of you now are passing up Chapter 26, so I hope you are enjoying the game. And we got a few awards for our troubles, defeating some new horrors and whatnot. Let's see, what's the other? Alright, oh yeah, we got 10 stones because he's a 5-star now. We completed the quest, and we killed stuff. Go us. So, small handful of stones. Overall, Chapter 3, it was a little bit longer than I was expecting. Not that that's a bad thing. Enjoyable. Pacing seemed pretty good. The puzzles, you know, clicking those flowers and trying to figure out our way around. I could see where, if you don't have one of those 0 MP farmers, I could see where that area would start to get annoying after a little while. But it wasn't too complex. We veteran players, we've seen rooms where you walk in and there's like 20 different things you have to click before you pass the room. So it was manageable. It wasn't too difficult. And we had a boss fight. Now, it could just be that Verdanta is really just that powerful. It looked like when I used Frost Blossoms during the AF burst, it looked like the boss took a lot of damage. And of course, during the AF burst, the bullseye ore that she's equipped with was not in effect. So if I didn't burst, it would have done even more damage. So kind of looked like a well-geared Verdanta, as long as she stayed alive. Probably could have beat that thing almost by herself in about 2, maybe 3 turns. And obviously the water team didn't have an issue with it. It looked like if you brought a fire team, or at least one person that did fire damage, it could have been a little bit rougher, because it had that counter attack. But we didn't have a fire user, so I really don't know how bad the fire counterattack was. I don't know, maybe Steiner could have tanked it, whatever it was. So anyway, that was Chapter 3 of the Final Fantasy IX Another Eden crossover. I hoped this helped you all, so this is Casual Chrono, signing out.
I